guys ready?
It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always winged it. We're gonna get killed.
What you mean, we, white boy? You ready?
Here we go.
What's good, everybody? Welcome into the OG NBA betting show. We got my guy Dutchy. We got Babano here. We will miss Wham Bam for the show, and he's been kind of hot, man. Hopefully, we can catch him on Twitter. Maybe he'll pop in the chat and let us know. The way he's been betting lately is probably a first half something. But let's go around the horn. Dutchy, how you feeling today?
The NBA is a hell of a drug, and you're looking at the plug. Yeah, man. Good to be back with y'all. Got the real ones holding us down. Missed yesterday's show. Apologies. You know, always like to vibe out with the homies. Everyone in the chat. Chill Will. I see you, my man. Q Media. My bad. We got Wes in the building. Stacks, OG Stacks holding us down. Let's like the video. Let's share the video. We got 2 games to talk about. And man, oh man, you know, I went with there's a lot to talk about. I don't even know where to really start, to be honest with y'all. But that first half Cavaliers was about as easy as it could get. And that's the only thing I should have bet. I tweeted out after the show, Cavs first half, Cavs full game. And even when I had placed the bet, I said, why do I really need the full game here? I said, they have to win, though. They have to win this game. They cannot lose game 2. But did I really need the latest 7? And on that, shout out to Scooby motherfucking dude. God damn, man. I almost didn't show up because of that motherfucker, man. I almost didn't show up because of that motherfucker. But I'm going to give props for props. All right. First of all, you got to block this motherfucker out. You let him miss the free throw and get the rebound. That's worse than the 3-point shot. All right. That's worse than the 3-point shot because we done seen Hallie do that before. But for him to get the offensive rebound, you got to do better. And the Cavaliers.
That's a fucking embarrassment by the Cavs. Yeah.
There's no coming back from Scooby-Doo's ass doing that to you. I mean, there's no coming back. I don't give a fuck if you win 2 games. Ain't no coming back, bro. You gonna go to sleep thinking about that shit. And then he dropped his balls on y'all motherfuckers in the land. And not only do you let somebody do that, you let Scooby-Doo do it to you. I'm telling you, it don't get much worse than that. I mean, goddamn, only way it would have been worse for Cleveland is LBJ went back and did that goddamn shit. Outside of that, God, man, the Cavaliers are what the Cavaliers are, I guess, when it comes to playoff time. So, Minnesota, man, Anthony Edwards didn't look like Ant-Man last night. I'm just going to say that too. But we got ourselves 2 good games tonight. We'll see if the Celtics can bounce back and the Thunder can bounce back because 2 teams that lost game 1 at home in the playoff doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, I felt bad for Donovan Mitchell, man. He went crazy and he was exhausted at the end of that game. Babano, what did you think about what you saw over the weekend? How you doing today?
Yeah, it was an interesting night. Another crazy game with Indiana and Cleveland, and no lead is safe. Like we're seeing teams with a minute left blowing 7-8 point leads. Mm-hmm. It's nuts. And it's amazing that there's this stat that was posted that 3 and 1,400 is the record all time for a team that has been trailing by 7 points or more in the final minute of a game. And basically Indiana has been 2 of those 3 all-time wins in this series or in these playoffs because they did it to Milwaukee as well in one of the games in the first round. So can you believe that? 3 teams all-time in the NBA playoffs have come from behind 7 points or more in the final minute. Indiana's 2 of the 3 all-time in this year's playoffs. They did it against Milwaukee in the 1 game, and now last night against Cleveland. That's crazy. That is a mind-blowing stat. And it shows you this Pacers team, they can do no wrong right now. They're feeling it. They're feeling their oats. The dicks are hanging out, as we say. They are feeling great confidence right now. And I'll tell you what, Tyrese Halliburton, outstanding with the big 3, getting the rebound. You got to box out if you're Cleveland. That was a horrible way to lose that one when you played so well for 3 quarters. The only regret I have yesterday is I used the wrong best bet. Minnesota, no show from the beginning, just dominated from the beginning by Golden State. Steph Curry leaves the game, no problem. It just gets worse for Minnesota after Steph left the game, although he will be out game 2, and that is a concern for the Warriors moving forward. You know, the good news is Buddy Hield saved the day who needs Steph Curry's points when Buddy Hield is stepping up, making 5 more threes and 20 points again last night for the Warriors. So how long can that continue, though? Are you still going to be able to maybe win this series, but win the West, win a championship without Steph Curry? No, you can't. You do need him back. But we'll see how quickly his recovery, because this could be an injury that keeps him out for, at least a few games. Still given that he's going to be back, immediately from this. So very interesting, though. Minnesota, terrible game. Chris Finch calling out Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, after that game. And he went after him saying, you got to bring the energy when you're not making shots. And basically said he didn't bring any of it last night for the Timberwolves. So I would think Minnesota's going to roll them in game 2. Golden State will no-show like they did the one game against Houston. They got their win in Minnesota. But, guys, we got some fascinating series here. We thought maybe Boston was going to roll. We thought Cleveland was going to roll. That's not the case. OKC, maybe they're going to have a difficult series now with Denver. I mean, we're setting up for some underdogs that have proven to be quite live so far here in the second round.
Shout out to our guy, Chill Will, because I'm feeling real good about tonight. Let's get this dono train out of the station. Choo choo. Hey, we don't got the audio because my guy Wham Bam's not here, but we appreciate you 1,000%. Chill Will.
Much love. Motherfucking Will. Real quick, I will say this though. Them motherfuckers made Down syndrome Draymond look like Charles Barkley in that first half. I was like, what the fuck am I watching now?
16 points in the first half. What are you doing, Minnesota?
3, 7 rebounds. Like, I mean, is this Charles from Phoenix?
Yeah.
What's going on
Sir
out
Charles? Here? Sir Draymond, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell? And then Skee, real quick.
I've never seen him have an offensive half like that in 6 years.
I honestly, I don't think I've ever seen Draymond look that
longer.
good. I was
he motivated. You know why he motivated? He see Rudy on the other side.
Hey, I swear to God, I was about to tweet out. I was like, have I ever seen Draymond look this good? And then he aired that 3. And I was like, okay, good. You saved me from fucking giving this motherfucker credit. But I will say, Skee, you started off real quick before we get to the game. You say you feel bad for Donovan Mitchell. Yo, that motherfucker told his own fans to stop fucking with Scooby-Doo. And look what that motherfucker did to his ass.
That's why they should have shut the hell up. Maybe he wouldn't have got turned up.
Nah, man. Get the fuck out of here. You don't tell the fans to stop fucking with the other guy. He ain't like that. Get the fuck out of here. You soft ass motherfucker, Donovan Mitchell. You soft as fuck for that.
Hey, he went off though, and nobody else had his back.
I'm no longer a fan. And he got offensive game, but I'm no longer a fan for that fugazi ass shit.
Hey man,
and look what he did to you.
What he had like almost a 50 piece. Somebody else go grab the fucking rebound.
Did Babano give you that stat? What was it? 2 in fucking 1,400?
Is it his fault? Is it his fault the Cavs lost?
He missed some shit at the end. He turned the ball over at the end.
So where are they at if Donovan Mitchell don't play? Like where are they at without him?
Shit.
They fucking.
They probably win the game. They probably win the game. They need one more starter not to play, and it was that motherfucker. Goddamn it!
Hey, I need that gas you got over there, Dutchy.
He did have 40-some points. Like where are those 40-some points going to come from for Cleveland?
They're not coming from nobody. Ty Jerome, 1 for 14.
Yeah, he's a right-handed James Harden. Yeah. That's Donovan Mitchell for you. There you go, black motherfucking hole. Yeah, can't do shit.
There is this bad playoff, history and baggage following Donovan Mitchell around, though. That can't be denied. These underachievements, as the team underachieves, is going back to the Utah days. But, they're up against it now. Everyone had totally underestimated this Indiana Pacers team coming into the playoffs. What a job by them.
We got 81-2.
Come on, man. Jay. I don't want to hear nothing.
I'm telling you, he James Harden. Go ahead. Hey, we'll have a meme for him in about 5 days. The way they playing.
What Dutch is saying is the 81 points is kind of like empty calories. Yeah.
Because when it's money time, he loses the ball, or falls out of bounds, or some shit.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say is that's what you fucking get, Anthony Edwards, walking around LA like you the fucking king of the city. Yeah. Got your ass smoked in the first game.
He had his head up he had his head in his keister last night, Anthony Edwards. That was a disgrace by him. For the kind of player he is to play like that, terrible.
I'll just say I like Anthony Edwards, but I enjoyed that shit. Go ahead and
I bet you did.
All right, we got 2 games. Let's get to it. First up, Celtics and Knicks. Opened up -9 for Boston, 10.5 now. Total keeps going up and down. Looks like 211 maybe is the consensus right now. And Porzingis is probable. Hauser is doubtful. Nobody on the injury report for the Knicks. I think out of the two games, this is the game where I'm gonna get a bet from Dutch. So I'm going to Dutch first. The Celtics at one point 72-52, and they just keep shooting three after three after three, Dutchy. And sure enough, let New York back in the game and let them win. Do you think the Celtics bounce back here? Do you think they shoot a little bit better? How you viewing this game? Muted.
My fault. Yeah, man. I really do. I think this has got the Beantown written all over it. I mean, New York did what they did. I mean, this isn't the Cleveland Cavaliers we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that clear, okay? Now they do have some softness going around there, and the fake tough guy Jaylen Brown running around, okay. But the good thing is KP is not with the sniffles tonight. All right, so we're going KP over 14.5. That's right. The unicorn's going to show the fuck up tonight. This is easy, all right? As long as he's out there, they got really nothing for him. This is easy for me. Over 14.5, minus 115, minus 120, a little juicy, but I like it a lot. Only played 12 minutes, didn't play hardly fucking at all in game one. Last time he played, he had 34 against these boys. He's went over this number in 2 straight, and I just think he's going to be the difference maker. He's going to look just a little too big, a little, the threes I would like to see down, but I think inside rebounding, he can, when he's locked in, he can be a defensive difference maker as well, and then that gives him the energy to kind of transition offensively. So I'm expecting big things from KP tonight, especially going against his old team, New York, where he was kind of deemed the fucking unicorn. So I like over 14.5. I kind of like the team total over here for the Celtics as well. I mean, there's a reason. First half's got it. Obviously, it's pretty obvious, right? But it's 7, bro. You know what I mean? It's 7. So if I come here and tell you guys to bet minus 7 first half on the Celtics, I mean, we're not really doing this shit for fun. So it sounds good, but that's a big number now. All right. So I think you can get 6.5 minus 115 is probably still good money, but I don't know, man. It's kind of tough there, but it's high for a reason. But my initial spot was first half Celtics, first half Thunder, honestly, if we're really talking about it. And that was 2 days ago. So I really like KP tonight. I'm thinking that the Celtics pick their number here. They shot horribly, 15 of 60 from 3-point line, 60 motherfucking threes, 25%. I think they drop 120 tonight. So I really like their team total over here. I wanted to talk it out with you guys because I usually like unders in playoff basketball, but I think the Knicks kind of lay down a little bit here tonight. Because obviously what happened was the Celtics thought that game was over. You're up 20. And they just were starting to think about where we're going for dinner. You know, that's what happened. So we shall see. But the Knicks are going back 1-1. Believe that.
A lot of things there. Before I pass it to Babano, and I'm responding to something you said too. But Wham Bam, I think he's saying he got the first half -4, but it's -7 now. I think that's what he's saying there. So shout out to my guy Wham Bam. I do like the over. I like the over because Boston shot horrific from 3. I think they can only shoot better. They shot that bad and they scored 100 in regulation. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to get 111 or more. You know what I'm saying, for the Celtics. That's kind of how I feel, especially in the situation or the spot that they're in. Now,
that's what I was thinking.
I'm passing it to you while I say this, Babano. From a side perspective, I'm gonna read this comment, and this comment right here. He says, I don't think neither one of these games should be double-digit spreads. So what I'm going to ask you, same thing I asked Vino earlier. I think I asked Kabang last night. But, like, we all know what situations these teams are in. Like, we know it's desperation spots. And we've seen this year after year. But now it seems almost like all of it is baked into the number because now we're getting double-digit spreads in all of these situations. So
it's crazy.
Is it just becoming too much here, Babano? Can you lay the 10 with the Celtics? What do you think about this one?
I'm going for the gusto here in various forms with this game. I'm with you on the full game over to 11.5. I'm going to tightrope both sides of the fence here. I like the Celtics first half team total, which you can find at 56.5, 57.5 is what I got with that, I believe. Yeah, 57.5 with the first half team total, 56.5 first half team total with Boston. And I like the full game team total over with Boston. But I'm also on the Knicks plus 11. So I'm thinking 114, 106, something like that is what I've got in mind. The Knicks are not going to give in. And I cannot look past 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread for Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks on the road. That's straight up. They're 4-0. Not only covering, but they've won all 4 road games. They swept every road game in Detroit. Now, that was the Pistons. This is the Celtics. So there was some questions. Wow, that's Detroit. Now they're facing the champs. And the way they came back, they didn't give in. They could have just said, it's not our night, down 20, and they didn't play that way. It's a big number to me still, even with the must-win, importance of this game for Boston at home to avoid going down 2-0 back to MSG. So I do like the Celtics to shoot a lot better, because we know that one night the threes aren't falling for a 3-point volume heavy shooting team like them. They'll probably be more likely to fall tonight here in game 2. Plus, I would expect Tatum to be a little more aggressive. My goodness, man, you just can't settle for the step back 3 all the time. Take the fucking basketball to the hoop, draw a foul, go after the Knicks inside a little bit. So I'd expect that kind of mindset. Brown will probably shoot it a little bit better. I think Pritchard is going to get a little bit more involved. I think Pritchard actually over 9.5 points is a prop I had my eye on here tonight in this game as well. So I'm trying to get this perfect because I've got like a 116 to 108 type of final score in my mind here, where Boston's going to hit their team total because they're bound to shoot a lot better than they did in game 1. But the Knicks are a no-quit team, and they've got this tough-mindedness to them that I could see them still battling. They could be down 15 with 6 minutes to go, and there they are still battling because that's what they've done the whole playoffs so far, especially on the road. They've never given up. Look at all the deficits they came back to against Boston in game 1, and in a lot of those games in Detroit, they were trailing in the fourth quarter and found a way to come back. They don't quit for 48 minutes, so they could backdoor it even if they're down double digits in the fourth quarter. So I'm going to try to hit it all. Boston, the looks here, first half, full game team total over, full game over, and Knicks plus 11 here, full game spread. See what happens.
Babano, he said he has a script for this one today. He loading up. He got it all.
Yep.
I'll say I have 2 of the same bets as you. So
I'm a little bit bigger on the Boston positions, but in case they fucking shit the bet again, that's what the Knicks bet is there for.
I have the Knicks and I have the over. So
yep.
We'll see how it shakes out. And Wham Bam, he has the first half over. I mean, the first half Thunder. Got a phone call there. All right, let's go to the next game. Nuggets and Thunder. And this one hasn't really moved side or total. Nobody on the injury report. And I'm not going to lie, it's not a game that I love. I'm passing it back to you, Babano. What can we do with the Hamilton kid and these other youngsters after blowing that game?
Well, I think the best bet might be SGA over 32.5 points. I think he's going to go nuclear tonight. I think it's going to be one of those nights for him where it's just, I'm going to dominate right from the start. I think he saw enough in his little compatriot there, his little, right-hand man, Jalen Williams, and his, dog performance the other night to say, you know what, I've got to just be a little more volume with my shots here tonight after what I saw, because Jalen Williams was not good in game 1. But, he's not the kind of guy that's going to just totally, hog the ball. It's just not SGA. SGA is a team guy. He always has been. That's why he's a great leader. That being said, I do think based on what happened in game 1, he's going to be more aggressive with his shot tonight in this game. So I like the over 32.5 points for SGA here in this game. I'm on the Thunder first half. They're kind of like the Boston game where I think I like the team totals better for the first half. 62.5 for Oklahoma City. I could see them having a big first half, offensively here against the Denver Nuggets on the defensive end. Keep in mind now they played a lot of minutes again in game 1 against OKC on top of the minutes they played in game 7 against the Clippers. So, is this going to be the spot here where, Denver finally hits the wall a little bit? Like Jokic played a shit ton in game 1 as well against OKC, coming off what he played in game 7. You worry that maybe there's going to be that hitting the wall a bit for him and for the Nuggets a bit. And you just can't deny how amazing OKC was all year off a loss. When they lost the last game, the next game, it's like they were out for blood, and they often just beat the living hell out of the opponent coming off a loss. Their off a loss numbers all season were just absolutely spectacular. And with the way they lost that game in game 1, so it's, Thunder or pass for me. It's not a bargain, but I took team total over 62.5 first half, team total over 120.5 for the full game with the Thunder. A little bit smaller on the -10, but more so looking at first half team total, full game team total for OKC. Remember, they hit their full game team total for me in game 1, despite collapsing down the stretch. It was 118.5. They scored 119. Think about it. Scored 119 in a game they lost in game 1. Now their back's against the wall. Now there's a massive sense of urgency. They only need to score 2 more points than they did in game 1 to cash this team total at 120.5. So that's my favorite look of the whole game. Oklahoma City team total over 120.5.
Good stuff, Babeno. I'm going to move it over to best bets now, and it's just you and me to close it out. So,
Dutch just loves me turning into him.
So yeah,
he ducks out right before best bets so you can watch me do my magic right here. Yeah.
We love to see it. All right. All right, I'm going to go like this. Best bet for myself. I mean, we might double up. I didn't really want to take yours, but I got over 210.5 in this Knicks and Boston game. I just see a lot of ways for both teams to improve offensively, whether it's the Celtics shooting better from 3, the Knicks shot 55% from the free throw. Like, it's a lot of ways for the offense to improve. So over 210.5, 211 will be my best bet for the show. And Babeno, you taking us home today.
I am. And funny, Oklahoma City, everyone's panicking about them a little bit after game 1. But the best bet I used on Monday on the show was Oklahoma City team total over 118.5, and they scored 119. They went ice cold down the stretch and stopped scoring, but they got to 119, and it cashed the team total by a half point. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're running it back tonight. Oklahoma City team total over 120.5 in a game the Thunder have to have. That's going to be my best bet here for this Wednesday NBA OG Crew show. Shout out to everyone in the chat at the like button. We appreciate you guys joining us. The NBA is a hell of a drug, and you're looking at the plugs. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.
You guys ready? It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always wing it. You're gonna get killed.
What you mean, we, white boy?
You ready? Here we go.